Leaders, and collegians, get ready for the 2023 International Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit. It's a half-day gathering designed to expand and influence the P5 areas: potential, purpose, personal growth, power, and progress. Attendees will leave the Empowerment Summit positioned for success, stability, and sustainability in 2023 and beyond. During the event, you'll get in agreement with your passion and purpose. We'll offer some honest answers about what we're all facing post-COVID and propose powerful solutions that keep us growing personally and professionally at whatever stage of life and career you're aspiring towards. We encourage you to invite your business bestie, friends, colleagues, and peers so that we make it a fun half-day experience of relationship building, learning, and growing. Meet me at Home 2 Suites by Hilton, Charlotte Belmont on Saturday, October 14th at 10 a.m. Just go to thecoachingseat.com/P5 Summit for more details. See you soon. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I hope all is well. I'm super excited to be on this evening. Tonight, I'm doing something different. Normally, I am here talking, giving you tips that equip in coaching, speaking, and facilitating. And tonight, I wanted to come on and teach a little bit or talk a little bit about the Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit. Listen, as you join, and even those who are going to catch the replay, I want you to let me know who's on so that I can properly speak to you and say hello. And let me know if you are interested in learning and development and empowerment, and if you're interested in growth opportunities. So if you are, just put a 1 in the chat if you're interested in growth opportunities. So my name is Toyinda Smith. I am a best-selling author, a business consultant, master coach, TEDx speaker, and public speaker mentor. I am the founder of, I was getting ready to say my ministry. I'm the founder of, or the principal of the Coaching Seat. That is so funny. When you are a serialpreneur, I'm like, who am I today? Right? So my function today, hey Kia, my function today is as the principal of the Coaching Seat LLC. And so that's a learning and development firm where we improve the employee experience and really enhance organizational effectiveness. Additionally, with the Coaching Seat, we provide professionals with proven revenue generating methodologies so that they can become certified coaches, facilitators, and speakers so that they can enter the industry very confidently. They can be very strategic as they help others and gain financial freedom and flexibility along the way. So I love the work that I am doing in the coaching, education, public speaking, and facilitation domain. So it's really all learning and development. And so I love that work. Let me pause a little bit and say hello to everybody who is joining you all. Please share this broadcast out. I also want you to make sure that you like our page, The Coaching Seat. So I want you to like my business page. It's called The Coaching Seat. And then go to my website, thecoachingseat.com, because if you share your information with me, you're going to get a special gift from me. So I want you to go to my website too, is thecoachingseat.com, and grab that special gift. Additionally, we are having this P5 Empowerment Summit. I'm going to talk about that tonight. I'll teach a little bit in between there, but I'm going to talk about why you should be at this summit. Okay. Hello, Facebook user. Thank you for joining. When you can, just let me know who you are because I don't see your name. Hello, Minister Nana Lee. Thank you so much for joining. And again, Kia, thank you. I do see some others on, but I don't know. Hello to everybody who's watching on LinkedIn. Hello to everybody who's watching on YouTube as well. I got to figure out how to go live on Instagram, you all. So I want to go on and get into this discussion. So on Saturday, October 14th, we are hosting the International Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit. And it's really a half-day gathering of entrepreneurs. All of the entrepreneurs, let me know that you're in the building. It's a half-day gathering for leaders. If you have leadership roles in any capacity, I want you to let me know. Hey, leader here. And then collegians. I didn't want to leave the college students out. Why? Because I actually have 2 college students, and I want them to make sure that even at a young age that they are very purposeful about learning and development or progress and growth. Okay. So growing from where they are to become their best self. So at the summit, we are going to be very intentional about expanding and influencing the P5 areas. Y'all help me teach tonight. I want you to drop this in the chat. So here are the P5 areas. Number 1, the first P is potential. And I'm going to break all of these down. I'll talk a little bit about them tonight. The second P is purpose. This third P is personal growth. The fourth P is power. And that fifth P is progress. So potential, purpose, personal growth, power, and progress. And so we expect and we anticipate that individuals who come to this event, and by the way, it is in person in Charlotte, but it is also virtual worldwide. All right. So if you cannot get to Charlotte, Charlotte is a pretty cool city, but if you can't get to Charlotte, I want you to get a virtual ticket. The virtual ticket is $49. And you can do that by going to thecoachingseat.com/P5 Summit, or just click the link that's at the very top of the webpage once you get onto the webpage. But we expect for every person that's in attendance to leave the Empowerment Summit positioned for success. Write this in the chat: stability and sustainability for 2023 and beyond that. Okay, so success, sustainability, and stability. Okay, so you're going to be positioned. And when I use the word positioned, it simply means that we are going to prepare you to be in position, right? In your stance. Now, you are the person that's going to control whether you advance or kind of stay still. And that's going to be up to you. But it really is an opportunity to be equipped, empowered, and inspired with tangible takeaways. So I am a teacher, and I don't just get up and talk to you. You're going to have some type of actionable takeaway so that you can, add value to your life. You're going to have some type of strategy in place so that you can transform your world. And so if you've ever followed me outside of ministry, you know that this is what I do in my natural space, and that I also do it in the ministry space. So let's talk a little bit about these 5 Ps. Y'all with me? Let me make sure. Are y'all with me? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you are with me so I know that you're in this building, okay? Let me know that you're with me. So let's talk a little bit about purpose. We know that purpose is really the reason for which something is done or something is created, for which something exists, right? So you are still in the land of the living. Can I say that? You are still in the land of the living because there is still more purpose for you to fulfill. I'm feeling a little ministerial here. Let me tone this down. I got to tone this down because when I start talking about these five P's or this P5 area, I start to get stirred up. Why? Because it causes us to be our best self. It causes us to operate as the best version of ourselves. And I'm all about being the best version. So purpose is the reason why you were created. And it's the reason why you're still on the planet right now, getting this work done. Look, impacting people's lives, creating generational impact. And so I want to submit to you that you have been given clues. You've been given clues or indicators. Can you put indicators in the chat for me? But you've been given clues or indicators connected to your entire life that's been telling you what you are here on the earth to do. And see, what's interesting is that many of us don't have clarity around purpose because we have allowed people who don't have the capacity to go where we're being sent to provide feedback and recommendations on what we should be doing and where we should be going. Can I say that again? I hope will y'all just share this out? I really need you to share this broadcast out because it is going to be something that's going to be very transformational for entrepreneurs, leaders, collegians, and anybody else who is into becoming their best self. I'm still talking about the Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit that's happening on Saturday, October 14th in the Charlotte area. We are also going to be virtual. But many of us don't have clarity around purpose because we've allowed people who don't have the capacity to go where we're being sent to provide feedback and recommendations to us to where we should be going and what we should be doing. And so we have been given clues. For instance, my clues were happening as I was growing up in Gary, Indiana. Listen, shout out to GI stand up Gary, Indiana. And so I grew up in a tri-level home. And the top level of the home was what we called the playroom. Okay, we called it the playroom. We turned it into bedrooms later on when we grew up, when we got older. Okay, so listen, I used to take. Do y'all remember that big, thick J.C. Penney catalog that used to come in the mail? Come on, I'm 47. I don't look a day past 21, but I'm 47, okay? Good evening, Facebook users. So I listen, I'm 47, and we used to get these huge, thick JCPenney catalogs in the mail. And so I used to take those catalogs, y'all, and I used to rip out the pages, okay? And what I was doing was I would set up an entire classroom. Are y'all following me? Because I'm talking about purpose and I'm talking about the clues that we've always received as we were growing, as we were coming into those formative years and into our adult life. So I would rip those papers out, y'all, and I would set up a whole classroom. And listen to me, I would lay those papers out as if I was laying those papers on my students' desks, and I would teach the lesson. Hey, Lakeisha, I would teach the lesson, right? I would teach my class the lesson, and then I would pick up the papers, and I had a red pen, y'all. I would grade those papers, and I would pass them back out. And so what I begin to understand as I was growing up is that I really enjoyed teaching. I really enjoyed educating. And let me tell you, it used to show up. Where were your clues showing up? That's your coaching question tonight. Where were your clues showing up? But my clues used to show up even when I was out playing with my friends. We used to create like dance skits. And guess who was teaching? Me. Listen, I'm in the front like, no, y'all, let's do this. Let's do this. Look, I'm teaching. I'm in the front teaching. Listen, let's fast forward to after I finished my collegiate track and field career. I went into coaching, which was another space of teaching. Come on. I'm talking about purpose clues, and I'm talking about you being able to have clarity around your purpose. Should you come to the International Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit, because that's one of our P5 areas, purpose. So I coached track and field. And let me tell you, I also taught Chicago style stepping. I love to dance. I don't get to do it that much, but I'm hoping the Lord will open up an opportunity for me to start back. But I love to dance, and I used to teach dance. I used to teach Chicago style stepping. Wait, let me take it a bit further. I used to also teach line dancing. Okay. So these are my purpose clues. And do I need to explain to you what I'm doing right now in my life as a minister, as a coach, a speaker, a trainer, a consultant? Like I'm a business consultant and business coach by trade. And then I educate people, I credential professionals to be coaches, facilitators, and speakers. So what I'm trying to do is help you to understand that you have clues connected to your purpose, and there's no reason for us to be in a place of cloudiness. The only reason we'll get into a place of cloudiness is if we're taking recommendations and advice from people who, again, they don't have the capacity to go where we're being sent. I hope I'm helping you tonight. So right now, y'all, I used to teach public speaking at the university level for 6 years. I taught it. I have my own public speaking course that is a self-guided course, y'all. I mean, I've taught coaching skills in large higher education institutions, corporations, and statewide agencies. So at the end of the day, y'all, my purpose clues, the clues or the indicators about my purpose have always been showing up. And so you have to understand, hey, Coach Lambert, you have to understand right now, what are your purpose clues? But more importantly, why are you still in the earth? Why are you still existing? So at the summit, we're going to tap all into that and give you strategy. We're going to give you takeaway tools so that you are clear about your purpose. All right. So the next P, y'all, is potential. So we're talking about the 5 Ps. The next P is potential. And you all know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, go to my website and go to the store, thecoachingseat.com, and just pop that little button that says store. But I wrote a book. My very first book was called The Handbook to Unleash Your Potential. So we're talking about potential. And in my book, I talked about how potential is a point in your life. It's a point in your profession, a point in your business, and even ministry where something innovative is on the cusp of being made manifest. Potential. And so as you begin to think about your potential, you have to understand that it's not entirely displayed. You know, it really is almost hidden to the world. I describe potential in my book, The Handbook to Unleash Your Potential, as something pioneering likely to happen. And whenever I teach from this book, purpose clue, whenever I teach from this book, I always ask my participants what is likely to happen. So I'm asking you tonight, what's likely to happen? When we're talking about potential, there's that book right there, right behind me. Y'all go to my website and get that book. It will enhance your life, okay? So you have to understand that your potential has something to do with something likely to happen. What's likely to happen? I talk about potential and I use this metaphor. I said potential can be described as a flower. I said potential is a flower, okay? And it's a flower in the garden that is budding, but it's not quite to fruition. It's peering out. It's an impending realized flower. Now, for the flower's potential to be unleashed, the owner of the flower, who is the owner of the flower? Come on. It's you. It's you, coach. It's you. It's me. So the owner of the flower must be willing to invest time in thinking about a growth plan. Come on. You've got to breathe up on the flower. The flower, the actual flower has to be visualized. It has to be watered. There has to be a level of sunlight, and the sun has to shine on the vision. So we're going to talk about your potential and what's likely to happen, and we're going to influence you. So we're going to help you change your mind. We're going to help you change your character and your behavior as it relates to unleashing potential, as it relates to potential. I hope I'm helping y'all. I want you to go to my website, thecoachingseat.com, and I want you to grab your ticket. This summit is both virtual and in person. I really want you to be in the room because there's power when you come into the room. So thecoachingseat.com, grab your ticket. So now I'm going to move to personal growth, but I don't want you to forget that really potential is, you having or showing this capacity to become, or this capacity to develop into something in the future. So let's move over to personal growth. This is the third P. And I talked about personal growth just a little bit in my book as well. And I talked about how expansion is really about growth. It's about your personal growth. And so what we're going to do at the summit is we're going to help you to expand, grow, and advance. But you got to let us help you do it. And so this means that you are going to have to invest in where you want to go. See, a lot of us are on YouTube University, and I'm not going to say that I haven't been on YouTube University, because I couldn't figure out something that was going on with Eventbrite, and something was going on with Texit Lead and some of the apps and the things that I have. But my personal growth, no, I show up in rooms where people have more capacity than me. I hope I'm helping. So YouTube University is good in its place. But when we're talking about personal growth, you've got to be around people who've already gone where you're trying to go. So back in 2014, I paid a great deal of money to be connected to the John Maxwell program. So I am a John Maxwell. It's now called Maxwell Leadership Coach, Speaker, and Trainer. And so I paid a lot of money to be connected and be in proximity with that program because I needed to be around multimillionaires. I needed to be around people who didn't think how I thought. I needed to not be the smartest person in the room. I hope I'm helping. So personal growth is very, very, very important, and it's about expansion. Come on, do you want to grow? Do you want to expand? Do you want to advance? And then my coaching question is, what are you going to sacrifice to get there? So you have to be willing to make the investment. All right. So I want you to know that if you are not growing, then you're dying. Can I say that? I hope they don't cancel this broadcast. But if you're not growing, coach, entrepreneur, leader, daughter, son, if you are not growing, you're dying. And listen, What I want you to know is that your life then becomes a stalemate. You remain very stagnant and suppressed. And let me share it to you this way, because this is the way I shared it in my book. I said that when you're stopped growing, you're dying, which means that decomposition sets in the minute you stop growing. Look, listen, I had to pronounce this word over and over and over again. So I hope I get it, okay? The science that studies decomposition is generally referred to as taphonomy. Listen, I kept hitting that voice. How do I pronounce this word? Taphonomy. So the science that studies decomposition is called taphonomy. And taphonomy comes from this Greek word taphos, Taphos, which literally means tomb. Am I teaching? I'm going to hurry up so y'all can go and watch the shows, the series and things y'all be watching on Netflix. I'm gonna hurry up. But what I'm telling you is that if you decide to stop growing, then you're dying, you're decomposing, and to decompose, this word really means taphonomy, and taphonomy comes from a Greek word that means tomb. TOMB. So the minute your personal, professional, or even spiritual life starts growing, you begin to break down, which means that you are headed for a personal, professional, and even spiritual tomb. So when you come to the summit, we are going to teach you some steps to make sure you're successful in your personal growth. Am I helping y'all tonight? I hope I'm helping y'all. Y'all not putting nothing in the chat. I don't know if I'm doing anything to help you tonight, okay? So if I'm not helping you, share it to a friend that I might be able to help. It is well. So our next P is power. So that's the fourth P. Remember, this is the P5 Empowerment Conference. There's always a purpose in what I put on. Why? Because I listen to the Father and he tells me what to do. So the fourth P is power. And that's really your ability to act in a particular way, but specifically, it's your capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others. Listen, to influence your own behavior. And y'all, what is influence? Influence is your ability to change, to transform, to convert a person's behavior, thoughts, and character. So power here is your ability to influence yourself. Oh, I'm helping. See, Coach Lambert, she said I was helping. And Miss Carolyn, listen, she said I was helping. And Facebook user, they said I was helping. Thank you. I'm going to keep going then. So power is all about you. Taking your will, your mind, and your emotions, taking your entire thinking faculties and influencing your behavior so that you can be successful in your purpose, potential, personal growth. We're talking now about power. Now we're going to move to progress. As it relates to progress, y'all, we are dealing with your ability to move from one place to the other. Come on. I see your comment, Facebook user, influence myself. That's good. Absolutely. So when I think about progress, y'all, I think about it. I wrote an excerpt in our coaches anthology called The Coaching Posture. And what I talked about is how coaches, we take on a posture like chiropractors. So coaches, and listen, the book is copyrighted, so don't try it, okay? Tell your friends. So coaches, we take on a coaching postures, and it's just like being a chiropractor. So what I did in my excerpt is I merged the two words together. I talked about a coach and a chiropractor being a coach-opractor. Come on, it's copyrighted. Don't be playing. A cochopractor. Can y'all put that in the chat? Y'all, I'm gonna put this in the chat because I think it's pretty hilarious to me. I'm telling you, I write and I hear what I'm being instructed to write, y'all, and I just write it. So it's a cochopractor. It's coach and chiropractor mixed together. I'm still talking about progress. I'm still talking about how we are to facilitate progress, okay? So this cochopractor, y'all, this cochopractor. As a cochopractor, we help people to think outside of the box without prescribing remedies. In fact, as coaches, as leaders, as entrepreneurs, we should believe that healthy people can respond to things that are brought to their attention. And so as a cochopractor, you all, we are facilitating progress like a chiropractor, because a cochopractor comes in to provide an adjustment. The cochopractor comes in to create a place of alignment. See, because when your muscular skeletal system is altered through misalignment, come on, you experience pain, you experience headaches, illness, fatigue, and abnormal movement. Remember, progress is about us moving forward. It's about advancing. And so when you have prolonged misalignment, it causes, come on, permanent permanent deformities in every area of your life. So what's your solution? It is to be adjusted. And so we're going to help you to make adjustments towards reaching your goals, reaching your objections. We're going to help you and hold you accountable for creating an action plan so that you can be in alignment. And then finally, y'all, we're going to have panel discussions. And the panel discussion is going to be about the journey that the champion influence coaches took to create a published work. So I told you all a little bit about our coaches anthology, and I love that. It's a huge part of what I do. It's a huge part of my purpose to make sure individuals that definitely come into our program, who comes into the brand of the Champion Influence or the Champion Influence Institute. So people who come into our network, it's my desire to help them to scale their business, to again advance to their best self. So we're going to have a panel discussion about the published work, the anthology. But this discussion, and I'm moderating the panel, this discussion is about moving from being an author, because a lot of times individuals create published work and they say, oh, I'm an author, buy my book. And that's one part of monetizing being an author, but I'm talking about being a full-blown monetizing author. Can y'all put that in a chat? Because this is something that is necessary. I remember when I wrote my first book, there was a business consultant that I was working with, and he said, Toyinda, this book is, and I'm giving y'all all the tea, but he said, listen, this book is a very expensive business card, right? Because what I understand about my value ladder, listen, I'm giving y'all some good information. What I understand about my value ladder in terms of my products and services is that people enter into business relationship with me connected to my book. It's a very expensive business card. Okay, so we're talking about authors being able to be a monetizing author. Thank you for putting that in the chat. A full-blown monetary author, monetizing author. Okay, so we are monetizing this thing. And here it is. If you are an author, you need to be in the building, because let me tell you, coaches, our speakers, and facilitators, and wait a minute, we're also authors. Okay, so I want you to be in the building. If you all have friends who have written books and they haven't really expanded or scaled their book, then I want, or what the book has the potential to do, then I want you to make sure they're in the room, okay? And so a huge part of my purpose is to create champions. And I mean, these are people that in every area of their life that they are upgraded, that they become better. This is why I'm on this earth. This is why I'm still here, because whenever you get in contact with me, and I'm not blowing my own horn. I'm not being arrogant or anything. I'm very confident about what's on the inside of me. I don't always talk about it, but I am very confident. As a matter of fact, the champion influence brand, you all, it's because I was a real life champion. I don't know. Most people don't know that because I don't really talk about it. But baby, honey, I'm a real life champion. And so I understand how to press and how to persist and how to pull until I obtain victory. Y'all Google my name, Toyinda, and just put Purdue in there. You just Google my name, okay? I'm a real life champion. So I understand how to make people how to get better, how to make, I'm going to say this, how to make people think differently, think in a champion mindset. And I shouldn't say make, let me say I partner with people in that space. Some people I do have to make. I have, some of my coaches, they are just hard-headed, okay? And so sometimes I have to make them do things. But in general, I partner with people to help them to become better, to upgrade their thinking, to level up. And so most importantly, and what's important to me, is that people win in every area of their life. And so when we talk about this panel where we're going to talk about how to monetize your authorship, how to be a monetizing author, we're going to talk about how you're able to have revenue generating activities connected to the book. And let me say this, y'all. I want to make sure that I'm very clear. I understand that a part of my purpose is to help people to become better. Sometimes I have to make people because they are stubborn, but it's my purpose to do that, to teach, to educate. But I want you to know that the good book says that some plant, some water, and all along, all the while, the Father is giving the increase. So I'm a part of that cycle. All right. I'm just one part of the cycle of what the Father has for other people. And I'm proud to be a part of that cycle. I'm really good. I don't expect my coaches to stay in the net. When I say in the network, that they're always going to purchase or invest in a product or service from me. Like, my expectation is that I'm either planning, I'm either watering, and then we're going to allow the Father to give the increase. And I'm very confident in who I am in that space. And so it is well. So I wanted to make sure that I was clear on that. But I know what it means to be a champion. I'll just tell you that I am in Purdue University's Hall of Fame. So if that doesn't tell you something about this champion influence brand, I don't know what else would. All right. So we are going to talk about how to create some incredible income can you put that in the chat, y'all? Incredible income? That thing just blessed me. We're going to understand how to create incredible income from your book. Okay. So if I talk a little bit, and I'm going to be quick, y'all. Okay. I'm done. I'm wrapping up. But my first two books, Dominate Your Confidence and Unleash Your Potential, you all listen, I was able to take those books in the educational arena. Now, and I mean from elementary education all the way up to higher education institutions. I was also able to take that book and do some incredible things that cost incredible income, right? I was able to take that book into the corporate space and into governmental industries. So I'm going to moderate that panel on how to do that. We listen, we are going to give you strategy and detail so that there's no reason why you're not bringing in, what was that word, y'all? Incredible income. That, that's that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. So we're talking about bringing in incredible income. So I want all of the book authors, I want all of the authors, people who have published work, I want you at the summit. So the summit, again, y'all drop this in the chat, is Saturday, October 14th. It is going to be in the Charlotte Belmont area. We also have an online version, so you can come into the online summit, and it is going to be super amazing. We always do raffles where we're giving away learning and development books, so things that are going to help you grow and learn. We have a phenomenal celebrity chef that is going to provide our lunch, so lunch is also included. We have t-shirts that you can purchase to wear to the conference. That's at thecoachingseat.com. Just go to the store. Again, I want you to go to my website, thecoachingseat.com. Click on that P5 Summit and get your ticket. Make your mind up. Make a commitment that you're going to learn and grow with us, because there's several other opportunities for you. But I believe that the opportunity to grow and learn and create stability and sustainability with the Champion Influence brand, that our whole network, our entire family, is going to be advantageous for you. All right. So I'm going to moderate that panel. And, listen, I'm super excited because the Champion Influence coaches are hitting the stage. I'd love to be able to create those type of opportunities for our coaches. So it matters who you learn from, and it also there's power in proximity. So staying close to the people who can help you to reach your goals quicker than you would reach by yourself. Hey, Yvonne. So I want you to go to my website, thecoachingseat.com. And I want you to click that P5 Summit, because I want to see you in the building, whether you are there virtually or whether you are there in person. All right. So I am going to play this video and we're going to get out of here. Make sure you all, leaders and collegians, get ready for the 2023 International Champion Influence P5 Empowerment Summit. It's a half-day gathering designed to expand and influence the P5 areas: potential, purpose, personal growth, power, and progress. Attendees will leave the Empowerment Summit positioned for success, stability, and sustainability in 2023 and beyond. During the event, you'll get in agreement with your passion and purpose. We'll offer some honest answers about what we're all facing post-COVID and propose powerful solutions that keep us growing personally and professionally at whatever stage of life and career you're aspiring towards. We encourage you to invite your business bestie, friends, colleagues, and peers so that we make it a fun half-day experience of relationship building, learning, and growing. Meet me at Home 2 Suites by Hilton, Charlotte Belmont on Saturday, October 14th at 10 a.m. Just go to thecoachingseat.com/P5 Summit for more details. See you soon. All right, so you have heard it. I want you to go back and rewatch this broadcast, because I think it's going to help you even as you are on your journey right now. But at this summit, we are enhancing, advancing, and increasing your P5 areas. So that's purpose, your potential, your personal growth, progress, and power. So I'm looking forward to being there with you. It is going to be amazing. I'll start posting what we did last year, but it is going to be amazing. I want to see you either virtually or in person. at this summit. All right. So my name is Toyinda Smith. I'm a best-selling author, business consultant, master coach. I'm also a TEDx speaker, and I am the principal of the Coaching Seed LLC. We're a learning and development firm. And listen, we like to create champions. So I want to see you in the building. Go to thecoachingseed.com/P5 Summit. All right, y'all. See y'all later.